Hello, it's Davy Mooney coming to you from the University of North Texas, where I run the jazz guitar program. I'm a Benedetto artist, Sunnyside Records artist. Got my Sunnyside discography up here, including the new one, Way Back. Got my Mel Bay books, Into the Labyrinth, Personalizing Jazz Vocabulary. And let's see, the semester is wrapping up. It is, mid to late December, mid-December. And I got all my grades done, juries are done, improv class is done, getting ready to head out to Brazil, spend Christmas and the New Year on the beach. It's going to be amazing. But before I go, I wanted to talk to you all about Inner Urge, Joe Henderson tune, and a sort of uber modern jazz standard, y'all. I feel like this tune is a really big influence on, when we talk about modal jazz, I think, at least when I was in the first jazz camps I went to, we talked about kind of blue. And but I think like the way sort of the modal vibe of jazz has gone in the years, I don't know, the past, I guess it's probably 50 years now, it's more influenced by the Joe Henderson tunes, Inner Urge, Punjab, Black Narcissus, and a whole host of others, where he really explores, just modality, meaning just moving chords around according to where he just wants to move them. A lot of the time he loves the major 7 sharp 11 chords, and he just moves them whimsically around. And this tune too, it just has that intensity, right? It's got that kind of darkness, and you got McCoy Tyner, the original version, I guess it's 60, I think he recorded it in 64, it didn't come out till 66. Recorded it seems like the same year as In and Out, another great record. But we got Bob Cranshaw, we got McCoy Tyner, Elvin Jones, and just that kind of burnout intensity. Although it's not like particularly fast on the original one. I feel like these days when you go and play this song, it's faster, or change the time signature or something. With modern jazz tunes, they seem to just they're hard to start with, and then people just make them harder each generation. But the original's not that fast. It's medium to medium up, probably creeps up a little bit over the course of the solos. And there's a million versions of the song, y'all. I was looking through like Apple Music and YouTube, and it's just kind of endless. Although there isn't, it's nice. This is another one where the chords, unless someone's doing a real specific arrangement and changing things up, the chords are pretty standardized. The melody, there's a few spots where I feel like it's kind of especially the sweepy part at the end. I mean, sweepy for guitar. I guess on saxophone, sweeping is not really the right term. But I feel like you can approximate those notes a little bit. I know I do. And but it's pretty standardized. But like for instance, I'm going to talk a little bit about the original version. It's a great Alan Holdsworth version. It's really interesting to hear him play on this. His is even slower than the original. There's a great, on YouTube, there's a recording with Kurt Rosenwinkel and Peter Bernstein, both playing in a duo quartet, bass and drums. That's really fascinating to hear how the two of them approach this tune. But so harmonically, F sharp Locrian, so that could be your G major scale. That's the melody, starting on F sharp. Or if you want to get it's a little fancier, you could make it F sharp Locrian sharp 2, so like an A melodic minor sound. You want to have that natural 9. I think that's if you're conceiving of it as a 7-note scale. Like B minor pentatonic on it. Pentatonics work really well on this tune. Sometimes I'll think of it as like a C major 7 chord, C major 7 sharp 11. Just different ways to conceptualize the same harmonic information. And then the next 4 bars you have F major 7. So he's playing with the fact that B and C work on both of those chords. You have F sharp, B, C. He's got some negative guide tones. So then it's F Lydian. So really most of the notes stay the same, right? Where that F Lydian, the good, you can obviously play the F Lydian scale, which is C major starting on F. You could also play like E minor pentatonic. When you have a Lydian chord, if you go down to half step and play a minor pentatonic, that's a cool sound. And for me, like when I'm playing on this song for a long time, sometimes I get tired of Lydian. So for me, the sort of next level of dissonance, if I want to make it a little more fancy, is to play like E triad over F, or you could also call that like F major 7 sharp 9, and then it's kind of a harmonic minor. Sorry, my computer's making a noise. I'm going to close my computer so it stops making this annoying noise, but maybe it'll keep doing it. So F Lydian or A harmonic minor. And that's kind of cool because you get a little bit of voice leading going too, because the next chord is E flat major 7 sharp 11. So you could kind of like almost right before you go to E flat, put that E triad over the F, and you have that little chromatic voice leading. Then you have 4 bars of E flat major 7. You can do the same thing because then you have 4 bars of D flat major 7. So that's the first section of the tune. 4 bars of F sharp minor 7 flat 5, 4 bars of F major 7 sharp 11, 4 bars of E flat major 7 sharp 11. 4 bars of D flat major 7 sharp 11. And on the head there's some passing chords and there's a lot of rhythmic hits. I guess I'm focusing more on the harmony. I feel like a lot of those hits, when people play it these days, I guess sometimes they play the hits, but I think sometimes the chords on the head are more like the chords on the solos, which are simplified. And just, although of course I say that every time I say one of these things, I'm thinking about, what about that version? Because there's a version on the Joe Henderson big band record, which is pretty cool, from the 90s. That was probably the first Joe Henderson record I got because, those albums got a lot of publicity on Verve in the 90s when I was coming up. So Near So Far, and Double Rainbow, and Lush Life, Big Band, and then the Porgy and Bess album, and I think Joe Henderson passed away after that. But on the big band album, Chick Corea plays a long piano solo, and it's really, he takes it to some different places and does a lot of different rhythmic things, and it's really cool to listen to McCoy Tyner and then 30 years later listen to Chick Corea's version. But anyway, so that's the first part. 4 bars of this, 4 bars of that, 4 bars of that, 4 bars of that, and you can do the same, it's the parallel motion, so you can use the same ideas. And then the part that I find trips up my students is this next part where you get 1 bar on each of these chords. You get E major 7 sharp 11, D flat major 7 sharp 11, D major 7 sharp 11, B major 7 sharp 11. So, and in that instance, I just try to keep it all in sort of like what I talk about in Into the Labyrinth. I want to be able to play those sounds without having to move down in 3 frets, and have to jump around. So for instance, if I'm going to play E major 7 here, I want to know that I can play D flat major 7 in the same part of the neck, and I might think of them from the third. So that's sort of G sharp minor 7, G sharp minor 9, which is E major 7 sharp 11 for the third, right? Then I have F minor 7 here. Here's D major 7. Here's B major 7. Right in that part of the neck. If I'm here, E major 7, D flat major 7, D major 7, B major 7. I can go through the whole neck. So E major 7, D flat major 7, D major 7, B major 7. And the real specific shapes and things I use, you can buy the book and check it out. I go into a lot of detail. I don't do this song, but it's major 7s and minor 7s and dominant 7s. It's all the same, minor 7 flat 5s. It's all the same chords and the same shapes, especially when you get into the upper extensions of the harmony. So then after that, so you got, and you have C major 7, A major 7, and then this chord a lot of people play B flat 7 sharp 11. I think that might be the chord on the original, or B flat 7 sus. I feel like the original real book chart that I, of course, in 1995, that's what we were looking at with these tunes. But I think I played B flat sus there, but I think that might have been one of those little real book mistakes. I don't know. It sounds like on the record, like I slowed it down a little bit. He's definitely, the first arpeggio he plays definitely has like a sharp 11 in it. And then, when he's going up the scale, I don't know what happens. He ends up on an A at the top on the G chord. But so C major 7, A major 7, B flat 7, sharp 11, G major. Back to the top. And I think Holdsworth might go, and some people I think will go C major, A major, B flat major, G major, just to make it more parallel. But I think on the original record that is a B flat 7 dominant. So same thing, when the chords are moving at that clip, like one chord per bar, I want to be able to play them in, when I'm actually improvising, I don't, I have to stay in this position until I figure it all out here and then go to the next one. But if I don't know how to do that, it's going to be pretty hard, a song like this. I can play, the whole song, all the chords in one area. So if I'm here, F sharp minor, 7 flat 5, F major 7, E flat, D flat, E major, D flat, B, C, A, B flat. And the ability to do that is really crucial for me to get like the flow that I want to get on this song. And I think I'll leave the melody alone for now. There's a lot of published, it's in all the fake books. This is such a standard. I think y'all can figure out the melody on your own. But I do think it's a huge influence on modal jazz in general, just tunes that are written these days even. I feel like owe a lot more to Joe Henderson maybe than they do to Kind of Blue. Although I love both that record and all of the Joe Henderson output. I love Mode for Joe, and I love everything he did. I love those records in the 90s with Greg Hutchinson and Christian McBride, different people, Schofield on So Near So Far. So anyway, I'm going to play a little bit on this tune, and hope you all like it. Inner Urge.